Well, hello there, private practice success community. How are you guys going on this Wednesday evening? I hope you have all been having a great day. I am actually still at the practice right now, and what I might do as we get started on today's live vlog topic is just very quickly share this video in our Facebook groups. That way more of our private practice success community members actually have the opportunity to join us live. So I see our first person has joined us already. Hi, say hi and hello in the comment section. Let me know that you are here. Let's share it in this one. We'll share it in our masterclass as well. Fabulous, that's all done. And let's share it in one more group. I think I might have too many groups. I don't know, what do you think? I've got quite a number of groups actually. And let's share it in the how to start a private practice group. Excellent. So that is all done. So I'm actually at the Logan Home Practice at the moment. So our Logan Home Practice is our dedicated trauma center, and we see kids, adults, families, the whole range of ages here. We don't only do trauma, we see any type of presenting problem, but trauma is most definitely our niche area at this practice. So I see we've got 3 people on already. Why can't I see any comments? Guys, I am sure you must be here. Oh, I see Tess is here. For some reason I can't see the comments on Facebook, but I can see it here on my laptop. Hey Tess, how are you? I'll give you a quick look at the room where I'm sitting. Oops, there we go. This is actually a kid's room. So that's the kiddies table, it's my water. Got my lovely candle burning. That's all my stuff from working there. My bag. I like literally moving my lunchbox. And those pictures, you won't believe it, but my kids actually made that. Hey Michelle, thanks for joining. My kids made those pictures and I laminated it and I framed it. So I always have a reminder of something that they've made, and that was made many years ago. That's our whiteboard. We've got our lights, and I'm sitting here with all my stuff. Yes, let's get you. Here I am. Hey Michelle. Michelle says, hey good. I'm just looking on here because I can't see the actual comments, but I'll keep on checking in on the laptop. Yes, so it is an extraordinary long day for me. I am normally not here this time of night, but I've got quite a lot of stuff on my to-do list. I saw clients, 3 clients this morning, and then I had 2 hours of clinical supervision with one of my registrars, and today it was indeed a celebration because she today completed all her clinical hours needed for her endorsement. So that was a really big milestone that we achieved today after 2 years of supervision. And then what did I do? I did some Facebook advertising. I spoke to my principal. I spoke to the reception here. I got to check in with at least 3 of my other team members whom I haven't seen in a long while, just seeing how they're doing, that type of stuff. And then I just started to go through my to-do list and my inbox, which is never ending. Yes, so I'm feeling pretty productive and accomplished today before I head home after this. So although my day has been so huge, I've just told you about it, I'm gonna go straight back to the start of my day because that links to today's topic. And this morning I dropped off my 2 boys at school, and it's a bit of a drive from the school here to the Logan Home Practice. When I say a bit of a drive, it's probably 25 minutes. For me, that's a bit far. And I like to listen to a podcast or something to that effect when I'm driving. And I, this morning, decided to play a bit of Gary Vaynerchuk. Chuck, or Gary Vee as he's called. So if you don't know who Gary Vee is, I would highly recommend you go and check out his YouTube channel. I am subscribed to his channel and I just love watching his stuff. I love his raw authenticity. Just be mindful, he does swear a lot, but he's straight up, he tells it as it is, no BS, and that's what I like. I like it when people get straight to the point and tell you like it is. Okay, so let me just check here. Hey, who else is with us? Please say hi, say hello, especially if it is your first time joining us live on here. Anyhow, so this morning's podcast that I listened, it was one of the Daily V shows, and he was speaking about the importance of appreciating our losses. And of course, he's speaking to us as business owners, though I think this can apply to life in general, of course, as most things can. And it was all about the fact that you need to appreciate a loss. What was happening, he was actually being interviewed by this guy, and he started talking about organizations where he has invested money in and that nothing came of it and he had to write it off. And the guy asked him, well, how did you deal with that? And he said, well, I just moved on. And the guy said, what, just like that? He said, yes, it's a loss, it's gonna happen. That's the reality of being in business. And that's what started me thinking about how that attitude is really awesome in terms of not getting you down, and whether we as allied health professionals have that attitude. And of course, I always start with myself, and I ask myself, Gerda, do you have that attitude? What happens for you when you have a loss? Because I have had losses. I've had big losses over the years. I've had rock bottom losses a couple of years ago. And I started thinking about my clients. I started thinking about many practice owners that I speak to, whether it's on the phone, by email, messenger, WhatsApp, texting, mostly email, of course, and also in the Facebook groups, in terms of how they take on and process losses. And they really struggle. They really struggle. And, please let me know if you agree with this. Hey, Janelle, thanks for joining. Let me know if you agree, if this, sounds true for you and whether this resonates. I think when we experience a loss, for some reason, we take it really hard. And I started, as I was driving here, I started reflecting on why is that so? And I think a lot of times as allied health professionals, in order for us to get through the very strict training that we need to get through, we need to meet such high standards, tick so many boxes. You almost have to be a perfectionist in order to make it in our industry. At the very least, make it through uni and postgrad and masters and that type of thing. And I think we almost get conditioned that to fail would be really bad, because it's going to affect your studies, it's going to affect your registration and that type of thing, and then you might still come from a family of origin where achievement and success is highly regarded. And then when you have a loss and when you fail, we take it really badly, and we almost, I suspect, take it on for ourselves that we are a failure and that we're not worthy. And I know Janelle says very difficult at times to have a positive attitude with so many losses. Yeah, it is. It is so hard. And very often, you might get tempted to give up, do something different, because you start to question yourself. I know that's what I do. I always question myself first. Before I start to look at anything else, I go, okay, what did I do? How did I contribute to this? What could I have done differently? What other things could I have tried in order for this not to happen? And then once I've gone through all of that, then I go, okay, what was happening in the environment and how do I explain this loss? Because it's so important, I guess, to learn from it. I'm most definitely not like Gary Vee. I don't just go, done, over and done with, write it off and move on. I still myself need that time to process it, because I myself am a recovering perfectionist and I don't like failure. And it's so hard because I think for a lot of us, because we're so high functioning, we almost need to fail before we will change things. Because the thing is, you don't know what you don't know until you know what you don't know. And the thing is, failure and a loss allows you to learn what you don't know. So it is a blessing in disguise, but hell, it does not feel like that when it is actually happening. It just feels pretty crap, actually. Most definitely. Very, very hard. Who else do we have here with us? Can't see. Please say hi, say hello in the comment section if you are here live with us this evening. So, today I just want you to start reflecting on that. If you've had a lot of losses and you are still in private practice, you are doing really well, okay? In terms of persistence, in terms of being determined. And I will tell you what I even say to my clinical clients. If you have the same loss over and over, that is when there's an issue. So if you have the same challenge over and over, that's when there's an issue. If it's different things, so you have a different loss, maybe you've got a team loss, then maybe you've got a money loss, then maybe you've got a client-related loss. If it's different things, then it just probably means it's part of that normal cycle of business, of learning business, learning how to do things. But if the same thing keeps on happening, that's really the time when you need to sit back and go, okay, I need some help here. Who can I talk to? Is there an accountability buddy? Can I talk to somebody in our Facebook groups, in our community, and go, geez, I have this problem that keep on coming up. Tell me what I'm not doing right, or tell me what I can improve or how I can fix this. Tess says, I love what J.K. Rowling says about failure. Basically, that the only way to avoid failure is to avoid living a full life, in which case you fail by default. Oh, geez, that's so true. I love that. Thanks for sharing that, Tess. So, so true. And, if you think about it, even everybody loses. Everyone, whether at some point you lose something. And, you've all seen those images or memes, as they call it, on Facebook about the iceberg and the successes at the top of the water, and below it's years of failure and losses. We all know that. But sometimes we don't really get it. We go, yes, that's true. But when it happens to us, we don't want to acknowledge that that is part of the journey and it's part of the process that we need to go through. So if you think about it, like I'm South African, of course, originally. So I'm a big rugby fan. I love watching the Wallabies. I love watching the Springboks and the All Blacks, and especially the Tri-Nations when the three of them plays together. And as we know, the All Blacks, and I say that with a lot of respect, is probably, when I say a lot of respect, I actually mean not that I'm taking sides, but the All Blacks is probably the best rugby team in the world. Let's just face it, it's true, whether we want to acknowledge it or not. That's just how it is. They're so good. And even the All Blacks has losses. Even they lose. Maybe it's only now and then, but they still lose. And when they lose, they do what Gary Vee says. They appreciate that loss. They don't delve on it too long. They will look at it, process it from a logical perspective, see where things went wrong, and then they use that as motivation to, at the next game, be even better and come back fighting even harder in order to get back to the top. If you think about Muhammad Ali, the boxer, he had that saying that, I'm the best, I'm the most amazing. And he would say that out loud and very proud. But even he had losses in his career. But he still believed that he is the most amazing boxer there is. And he used that belief to get him through. And that's what I want to encourage you guys to do. I want you to really go, it is okay to have losses. When it happens, it doesn't mean that I'm a personal failure. It just means that I'm a business owner.
and that the normal process and part of running a business is to have losses. Yes, the more you learn the skills and strategies that help you to be a better business owner, the smaller those losses might be, the less often those losses might be, and you won't have the same loss over and over again because you're learning from it. Okay, but it's just part of what happens, and a lot of time those losses is completely beyond your control. It's not your fault, and doesn't matter how hard a time you give yourself, it's not going to make a difference. Okay, it's not going to take the loss away. It's not going to give you success in that situation. It's not going to make you feel better. It's not going to help you move forward any sooner, and it's not going to guarantee your success for next time. All it does is makes you feel like shit. Okay, so you really need to be logical in terms of going, was this me? If so, let's work on it. Or was this maybe something beyond my control in the marketplace, something that I couldn't control, or something that I only had an influence on? And really act accordingly and not hold it against yourself when it's not your responsibility. Okay? Hey Mark, thanks for joining me. Mark says, hello everyone. So that is the message that I have for all of you today. Mark, sorry, I am almost at the end now. You might have to go and listen right from the start. We spoke about appreciating your losses. We spoke a bit of rugby. We spoke about the All Blacks, the Wallabies and the Springboks. So it was a fairly interesting conversation and a lot of self-reflection. So, as always, for those of you that's listening to the recording, I know it's 6:15, it's crazy hour in any household, which is why I'm glad that I'm at the practice. So my husband's in charge tonight of the 3 kiddies. It's crazy hour with bath, dinner, homework, all of that type of stuff. So if you're listening to this recording later on, please feel free to comment, let me know your thoughts, and as always, I will come back and respond to those. Thank you again for those that's joined me live. I will of course speak to all of you again tomorrow as part of the 90-day challenge. And as always, remember, all you need to do is say yes to your very own ultimate level 5 private practice. And I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye for now.